Welcome back, one and all in one. Yes, what I just said, because that makes sense. Welcome back,
We
guys.
are the Musketeers. Welcome
So all are one.
and welcome
Wait a
all.
minute, that's Litmus Prime,
There are many platitudes that are similar.
right?
Now, how pissed are we going to be at this ranking, do you think? Because we are once again giving you, fine folk, the power. That is my question to you, my good man.
I don't think. Well, I don't know. It depends. It depends.
Hmm.
Uh,
Be fair. Be honest.
yeah,
Be true. God, did,
yeah.
did you see the Disney Cinderella? The newer one? The live action
New
remake?
Cinderella.
Yeah. I say new, it's probably 8 years old, but the live action remake. Did you see that?
Yes, I believe so.
Saw it in the cinema, and I remember as the quote thing was be, be cool, cute and kind, or be, and it's like, oh my god, the mum says that, the dad says that. It's like the constant quote. It's like it's not going to be a thing just because you say something in kind in a very artificial way of saying it. It's like when they force with great power comes with great responsibility. It's like that's forced in anything but one or twice. You know what I mean? I know.
Yeah.
Don't know where that came from. How you doing today, Stuart?
Good. Good. How are you? Tired?
Yes, exceptionally.
Yes.
And it's a different sort of time than yesterday, which was right after, literally right after filming, as Mark Lawrence handed me a super chat. Great. He's not here today, though. He's actually home already, I think. Or, no, maybe not. No, not yet. Uh, but
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, a lot of things to do.
So So today, guys, we're here to talk about ships, but not just any ships, any
No.
new Trek ships, which means anything from
Yes.
2009 onward. So 2009 J.J. Abrams film, right through till Starfleet Academy. So that covers Lower Decks, that covers Prodigy, that covers Picard, that covers Discovery for some reason.
Cover
Any of the
short
2000,
treks,
any of the Kelvin film.
very short
Yep.
treks. Because very, very short treks.
Yep. And Mays says there's no good ships in the new anything new, and you can't stand the detached nacelles. Well, the Cerritos isn't detached nacelles; it's in the TNG era. So that's a new Trek, though. Just saying. So is Prodigy. So I think your statement that there's no good there. All modern ships are ugly is not correct.
Now, I will caveat this live that I don't think I would value this live if it was just comparing these designs to all Trek,
Mhm.
because that would be unfair to some things, right? So I would rather be a out of new Trek. How would you compare them? Does that make sense?
Yeah, well, they're going to do whatever they want to do because we'll have a poll up.
Well, we
So
say that, but then season one TNG got S's and A's across the board, and I was like, oh, this is surprising. So I want to see, a bit of in the modern era, in the new re-estimation. How would you rank these various ships? I mean, this group is quite different by itself on thumbnail.
mhm,
Of course,
mhm.
this episode's sort of sponsored by, but inspired by the Athena. It can be villain ships, can be shuttles. I mean, the broad spectrum, and some are going to be good. I want to
Mhm,
see
mhm.
what is the S's. I genuinely don't know because people have different opinions. Interested to find out. I will start sharing and putting your ideas in a second.
Right. Hit that like button, guys, if you haven't already. We are looking forward to having a good discussion here. We have 34 of you here, which is awesome. 13 likes, which is great. But hit that like button. Let's get those likes up to 30. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel and that you've clicked the notification bell icon to all so you don't miss any content from us. And be sure to check out the links in the description of all the videos. Do all that cool stuff. Comment, super chat, send us a PayPal. PayPal is 2 for 1. So if you want to talk about two ships, um, super chat is $5 for one ship. PayPal, if you throw in $5, that gives you two ships. So it's a better deal if you do the PayPal at trekyards@hotmail.com. So yeah, do those things if you can. Also, just make sure your voice heard in the regular chat. Make sure you vote in the polls. And if you want to join the channel, there's a join option down there on YouTube, or you can head on over to Patreon/Trekyards, where is another place you can support us on a monthly basis. So it's all up to you guys. You guys help us out in any way you can, but even just being here and commenting and just being a regular really helps out. So anything you can do to help, we appreciate. So Yes, yes, yes. Where is the Enterprise E? Well, obviously it's not one of the modern ships, so we're not going to be talking about it today. But yeah, there are quite a few interesting designs, so it'll be fun to see what you guys come up with. I think there's lots that we saw on lower decks, like the Parliament class and things like that. So the Obina. Yeah, so lots of great ones to discuss.
It's a spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and have you said the older PayPal 2 for 1
I
goodness?
already did all that spiel.
Good man. It's important, guys. It is important. Helps us greatly.
Do we have a slide?
Nope, doing it now. But tell us. Well, we are basically on one already. But yeah, tell us about the first one, Stuart.
Well, Robert Buckley has thrown in a generous
Oh.
$10 super chat. It's the Protostar and the Cerritos. So getting two of the better ones out of right away. So that's good.
Very nice, very nice. Neither of them are pretty on the slide. Oh well. Do you want to make the poll for one of those? Why don't you go with Protostar because we are fond of it. Protostar.
We will start with the Protostar, yeah.
Definitely one that took a little bit of getting used to, but then, you know, I've got to like it now because I know it so well. Unusual ship. What do you all think? And have you played with it on Stowe? Because that was really nice.
Not.
It was really nice to see included. Yeah, they've been very good at putting all that stuff in, which was nice. I mean, the bridge is a bit lackluster, but also the fact they had to model a bridge. But it was cool. They did the full side interior window thing, which is rather nice. So that's nice. Nice additive detail.
Robert Buckley also just gifted 5 Trekyards memberships.
Oh,
so
beautiful.
I'd like to welcome Chris Gwillem,
Hey,
Anton Smith,
yep,
Rosemary Burt, Rogan 2, and Kay. Welcome to the channel for a month.
I recognize many of you. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Protostar.
This isn't, we're not doing a ranking one. Oh, okay.
Yes, we are. Not fully here, Stuart. To talk about it while I put that.
Okay. I am a huge fan of the Protostar. As you can see, I didn't put S as an option though, because I don't know if anybody.
I think that's fair, but you know, people can overrule.
Yeah, I've liked it since the beginning. I love the shapes on it. It's sleek. It looks fast going still, as we say a lot of the time. Plus the transformation feature of the Protostar drive, lowering the 2 nacelles and adding a third one, I think is a really interesting feature. Small ship, experimental design. It feels very cozy, I guess, because it's not a big ship at all. It's
very small.
The bridge and the interior detailing is quite different to what we're used to, but I really like it. There's a lot to like about the Protostar, and can't wait till I can actually order mine from Fan Home.
Yes, it's the one I can't exactly not get, even though it's absurdly expensive. But of all the models from Fan Home, of course, it is the biggest ship in the scale, which means it will have the most detail of all the ships, right?
Yeah.
Like
I've already ordered my Duderstadt class.
Trepid,
yeah.
I know that somebody special in my life has got me the Dauntless, because you know, again, kind of special in what I do. Yeah. For a start, it's if this was called a NCC first of the class, not an experimental, would that change it for you? Because I feel like the experimentalness of it really lets him get away with some mild amounts of murder.
No, I don't think it'll make a difference. I can't see the actual like production run of these being any different. I like the vehicle replicator. The only thing I have issue with upon rewatching is there's one landing gear that it kind of rests on, and it comes from where the shuttle bay is and the vehicle replicator. So I'm not quite sure where the landing strut actually comes from. So small thing, but it's an interesting way that it lands. It's not like little legs of the Voyager. It's got its own unique kind of thing. And yeah, I wish it kind of had bizarre caps. But then it would kind of date it and make it feel more TOS-y. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think NCC would make any difference for me.
I mean, I was definitely disappointed in the how we saw it in the last episode when it was barely different except a been paint scheme. But of course, you know, they couldn't put that much money in it because they were done.
Yeah.
But it would have been nice to have seen a more classical one, and I get the logic of more advanced. But I do remember hearing in this last episode of one of the academies, they even said phaser strips in one of the audio things. So if you're going to say no more phaser strips because they're too old, and then bring back ball turrets, and it's as if they don't fully consistency the show. Shocking. Shocking. Yeah. But I would like to redo this design, set the basic shapes and do it properly canon, as in change the warp coil, Bassards, grills, cover the window, add the phaser strips, LCO thrusters. Like, actually do it properly, right? Same shape, same basics, just as a production model.
Yeah.
Someday.
All right, well, let's see. With 38 votes.
Oh, brilliant.
39 votes now. A wins with 67%.
Okay, good.
B at 21% and C at 10. Now, if anybody feels like it's worthy of a reroll with an S option, you can do that.
That's $2.
Oh, somebody already did. Robert Buckley, $2.50.
Right.
Says reroll Protostar.
All right. Appreciate it.
I didn't want to put S because it's one of my personal favorites, and I know that not everybody's the biggest fan of it.
Well, it's an oddity. It really is. Yeah. All right, I will... Or do you want to do that while I keep getting ships?
Can do, can do.
Okay, as I am classicing his for reeling with 3, and then a chat suggestion, which is great. Get start strong, put lots in, and I love how they're all from only certain shows. That might be a pattern.
I'm sure if Classic for Real shows up, we'll see the Rainforest ship make an appearance.
Well, he's already here and he already has.
Of course.
Yes. Hey, and now you can all rank it. You get your say. Will it be the best thing ever? Probably not, but maybe. Oh, there's our first discovery one that I see on the paper. Thank you so much. And I...
Right. Well, on the reroll of the Protostar, we've got 23 votes. S wins with 52%. 30% for A. Okay.
I mean, we'll see where some of the more light discovery ones are. And there are a couple. If the bar is just set so oddly. But, I mean, it certainly is a nice piece of stuff, you know?
Right on, right on, right on. And his second one was the Cerritos.
Yes, yes, yes.
Which I don't see an image for.
Do the poll! I forgot, I was already doing other ones. There's so many, which is great. Now, Cerritos, I just remember the relative outroar, how ugly and shitty it was at the start. And it is still ugly, but it's not shitty. And that's it's the joy of working out an unimpressive ship. And we'd already done a sort of live action version, of course, for Trek Shorts, but it was a relatively basic model from the early version, etc., etc. You know, we could do a nice live action version, but it has a lot of charm. Loads of things I would change and tweak. You know, I can't take the defector seriously, scaling wise. There are things you would refine had it been a real version. Would have been great to see in Picard, though, be very old, of course. You know, who knows? But it's you know, deliberately not the sexiest.
Yes.
And that's interesting.
And I remember being kind of like, what the hell, when I first saw it.
You were.
The more we talked about it, the more we looked at it, the more it kind of worked. And you seeing it in motion, seeing it at different angles, it's kind of like, okay. And then you get to see like fan versions of like movie or motion picture era ones. Like, oh yeah, see, that looks nice. So yeah, this one took a while for me, but it did grow on me. It's got some interesting details. No registry on the front. It's got the tramp stamp on the back. It's got
the what?
the different colors
Yeah.
for the different divisions, which I think is a nice touch. And of course, the exposed kind of bizarre collectors, which is a unique look. But yeah, definitely meant to be like a workhorse. And I mean, the interiors that we see are pretty great. They're good for the time. So no real hate on this one at all. It just one I would never really consider doing this configuration until I had seen somebody else do it, you know?
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah,
yeah.
it's deliberately not the best. Yeah, no shit. But yeah, like I say, it's a really, it's kind of a Miranda, but worse. Worse being less sleek. You know, in its structure, but it all kind of tracks. There's a logic to it that you can definitely feel as a fan.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't say it's my favourites, but that's because aesthetically it isn't my favourite. But logic-wise, it'd be high up there. It kind of depends whether the ratio is right. It's yeah, and the interiors are a bit too big. I had a joke this last shoot about the engine room, how it was very similar to an Intrepid class, but cavernous in comparison. It's like, yes, it's freaking giant. All right, there's a bunch. Okay, here we go.
All right, Ozzy says, long live Cerritos strong." Yes.
Yes.
I mean, Skippy puts in $2 and says, "Ships only finally appearing in the era, Luna, etc." Question mark. Anything from 2009 onward, in the shows or movies. So,
Like, I mean, obviously, if you want to, if you want to super chat, you know, to include a centaur from Lower Decks, you can, but that wasn't the intent of this. But of course, you know, if you'd like to, and in fairness, the Intrepid from Picard is not a good Intrepid. That would not be right. That would have its own independent scoring system. So I could see that working. I don't remember the Luna was actually designed. As in, when was Sean Tundro's... Because that might have been post-2009. I do not remember at all.
Robert Buckley, I don't want to get into fan design ships.
No. There's plenty of good ones.
He wants to do Pacific 201.
No.
Anyway.
There's plenty of other ones to talk about.
Yeah. 53 votes. S wins with 49% for the Cerritos. Second place was A with 30%.
Note Time was designed in 2007, so it would not count. Anything designed.
Which one?
The Titan. So it was definitely a pre-2009 design, even though we saw it in live action and such after. So all based on pre-design. So I would keep it, because things corrupted a bit after 2009. That's kind of the point we're testing here. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Let's switch over to super chats for a minute here.
And Twitch, you are
Classic
super.
For real.
Guess where we're going.
Come on, of course. Angelo class, if already suggested by the time you get to it, bump or reroll. What's the Angelo class? Is that the Rainforest?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Rainforest ship, everyone.
Yet to be seen in Starfleet Academy. Wouldn't be against seeing it, though.
Yeah. As we talked about before, it's a great idea for a, like, conservatory or, you know, whatever type ship that's protecting a rainforest, you know, preserving it for... It's a hollow ship. It's not meant to be a ship. It's kind of like a park of sorts. So yeah, that's interesting idea, and it'd be cool if they do visit it in Academy. But as a ship design goes, there's not much there. It's a clear plastic, holographic donut essentially. So
aesthetically, it's rather pleasant. It's just, it's not a real ship. But it would be kind of cool to see like 5 of these drop out of warp. Be ridiculous, you know. There's something oddly silly about that. Although you can imagine though, if maybe like land like a touring exhibit, they drop out of warp, land on a Federation member world, and like here is the rainforest from Earth replicated in the hollow, you know, recreated for this, so we can experience it. Here's the Andorian LR fields of Telrel. You could make some fun up with this, because it's a very sci-fi nice idea. It's just when you start getting to a hollow shield, hollow hull, it's just transparent metal. You don't need other bullshit, right? Don't risk the power out. Like nacelles will give a slight pass to, but holographic hull where power goes out, all the trees and animals die in 1 second. Well, you know, 8 minutes. let's not make that. Let's not take that seriously. So it's yeah.
Yeah. With 41 votes,
Oh.
F wins with 39%.
Oh, that's not as high as it could be. Okay.
Yeah. Good job, Classic. Let's see what he has next, because he's got a few.
Classics he has put in. Classics.
Class. Oh. Yep. Okay. No, stop doing that. There we go. All right. He says Duderstadt, Neo, Connie, Lamarr, and chat freebie choice.
Yes.
$10.
So put in a chat one, guys. Throw it in.
Oh, that's a really bad picture of the Duderstadt.
You're welcome.
I would put one into the side so you can see its unique profile.
Well, I want to
people
show.
might not know what it is.
I want to show the top and bottom. Yeah, I want to show the top and bottom.
So Duderstadt, a very unique starship, design configuration wise, is absolutely awesome. I did order this one, the Intrepid class. It's based on one of Bellcross's designs, the Wasp.
Which is based on a previous older design. So it's legacy factor. It's decades old, roughly.
It's got a very unique shape from the side with the way that the secondary hull is attached, and I really appreciate that. And Bill's actually done a bunch of iterations of it over the years, and it's different forms. So, but yeah, just something very unique and interesting about this. And this is one that I really, as a captain, I'd want a captain because I like the uniqueness of it. I feel like it's something that is a statement piece, kind of like a dreadnought of sorts. So yeah,
it's like a reverse dreadnought with a bottom bit.
Kind of. It's just there's something about it that's very unique that I really like. It's kind of like a sports car almost. So yeah, love this one.
Yeah, and it also shows that fan designs are quite good often. You know, a long old time ago designed this, and it's a really interesting thing. You know, that we should look at fans and then you handpick. No, it could be very successful. And yeah, it's a really interesting design. It's definitely an unexpected gem. I can't really get those I hated, although I suppose because it's weird, but that's its charm, right? But I guess if you're not in on it, fair enough. No, I dig it. It's fun. I certainly wish the 3D model was much better. But, you know, they had odd things going on in that show, so yeah, you know. And no, it's great. It's one of the best. It's actually an original, what literally was an original take on something. It's cool.
And Terrence Childs asks, "What's this class called?" It's the Duderstadt class, which is named after Doug Drexler's ex-wife, Dorothy. Her last name is Duderstadt, I believe.
Plus, it does kind of sound fictional and fancy. You know, it has that charm. No, it's great. It's definitely one of the best ships out of Picard Season 3. And it's also one of the weirdest ships out of Picard Season 3. Could have done with another stiffness on a cell, but also the logic applies really well, you know, to why not? Yeah.
Let's see what you guys are saying. Oddly enough, 44 votes. C wins with 36%. Second place is B, with 30%, and third place is A. Interesting.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's why it's interesting, right? Huh.
I guess that led was one of my favorites. So everybody's like, no.
No, Stuart, you may not have the most toys.
You can't have nice things.
I mean, you no.
His next one in that super chat, or sorry, PayPal, was the Neo Connie.
Now I've put on two there. One is the G, one is the Titan, because I want to put in the Titan. So this will be the Enterprise G. That'll be this picture, probably.
Okay.
Yes, okay, so there's two versions, because they really want you to think they're two versions. Not really.
Enterprise G.
Yes.
Which should not be called the Neo Constitution class. It's the stupidest fucking name in the book, but whatever. We're not going to get started on that. It shouldn't have been the Enterprise G either, but that's okay. Anyway,
do I include an S, or do we not give people an S? Because it's a weird, like, if this is
no, people are gonna have to fucking ask for a reroll for an S.
Okay.
I don't think this deserves an S.
Because Duderstadt, he's better than this in my opinion. It's way more sense.
This for an Enterprise should be ranked as an Enterprise, not as a Titan. So, Yeah, this one it's again based on one of Bill Gross's designs, but based on a movie era ship. So sizing's all fucked up. They changed into cells. They did a whole bunch of stuff, but interesting shapes. Very fast, you could say, at impulse because it's got such huge impulse decks. But yeah, it's all right. I mean, as an enterprise, it's shit because it shouldn't be the enterprise. But as a ship, it's pretty good. Titan was good. Yeah, yeah. I don't know what else to say.
That's where context is quite important. Yeah, it's a very fine, nice enough starship. It's just uncreative in a lot of ways, and that's because it was uncreative in a lot of ways. They borrowed a one that didn't fit, and they shoved it together with 1 week. It's exactly the story of the ship, is how it looks, and it's like, well, yeah, right.
Yeah.
If you give it 1 week to design it, it's gonna like have 1 week to design it, and it did. And it's sad because how would it have looked with literally with 2 weeks to design it, right? I mean, simple as that, which sounds absurd.
Just have Bill make some changes, the modifications that he wanted to do.
Yeah.
Instead of having everybody else do it and whatever.
Just give him 2 weeks. That's all. But it was nice enough. Nice enough.
Yeah. With 48 votes, D wins with 35%. Second place is A.
Okay. That's actually very split. That is across the board. Wow, okay.
Yeah.
You know what? I gotta say, I'm gonna respect the Protostar more now, because that one with a strong majority, like that felt like a strong one with a strong love fest. And these are what other people consider really strong, and they are not. Wow, okay. But you'll get a chance to re-examine this by voting for the Titan A when that comes out in a PayPal, because 2 people have done this. So
yes.
Both versions are up for grabs today.
All right.
Yes.
Next up is the Lamarr class, which is Voyager A.
Interesting to see where you put this, because this one's an interesting one. And I'm not going to put A for this either, because same logic.
Yeah. Basically a mini sovereign with a lot of questionable choices like cheese wedges and armor plates and what? It could have been better, could have been worse. Just wish it was more in line with an Intrepid class, something that actually kind of carried on the tradition of the Voyager. We do get the Pathway or the Pathfinder class and the Voyager B represented in Picard on a screen, which I think is a better representation of an advancement. But that being said, this silhouette might confuse people and have them think it's a sovereign. So I don't know how I feel about this one necessarily. The interior is not fantastic either. Bridge is kind of lackluster. The corridors are drab. It's just there's not a lot going on with it that we see in season 2 of Prodigy. So could have been better, but it could have been worse also. So shouldn't complain, I guess.
Like, it's not fair to say a letdown, but they definitely took the assignment in a direction that was not logical to the assignment, which was how to make the next Voyager. Instead, the note came, let's just make a sovereign that's Voyagery. And that's not the assignment of a Voyager A. Because the Intrepid and the Sovereign do different things for different reasons, and you wouldn't just... What is the point of this ship and this class? Well, it's not doing Sovereign things, it's too small. It's not doing Intrepid things, it's too big. And it has almost the same parts of the Sovereign in many places, so... I don't get it. I never get it. And definitely one I want to redesign semi from scratch, where all the details go, because as nice as it looks, and I really enjoy working with it in CG, because it's really nice, all the reflective metals, it looks great, but it's great when you don't think about it. Because none of this shit means anything. You know, the small details, they don't really... And if they did, we as Trekyards would be able to work it out. Because we've done this for longer than they all have. You know? A lot longer than they have.
Yeah.
Yes. But it's a nice ship. Interesting where it goes, because yeah.
Well, with 53 votes, damn, D wins with 38%. Second place was A with 30%.
Okay.
And C was third place.
And this is why you guys need to vote, because that was going to be a proper tussle there.
Well, 53 votes. I mean, people came out for this one, so.
Good.
By the way, everybody hit the like button. We currently have 66 of you here, which is amazing. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And 36 likes. But let's get those likes up to 50 if we can, so hit the like button.
If you are enjoying this sort of formula, we certainly like it, because we're learning stuff. You know? Interesting.
And then you said a chat freebie, so I don't know if you picked one from the chat already that you wanted to talk about.
Find one straight away. Find more other ones. Because many lovely people's submissions.
Well, we'll keep those to the end then, maybe. All right, let's see. Christian Montgomery, my favorite disco ship, Nimitz class. USS Titan A.
Yes, sir. Our first actual Discovery era Discovery, classic Discovery. Interesting to see where this goes, Stuart. Do you have any predictions? No, don't tell me, because then they would know. You know what? No, Stuart. Message me on Facebook, prediction where this is going to go. The Nimitz class.
There you go. All right. Yeah, the Nimitz class is a dreadnought from the Discovery era.
This is what I think as well.
Specifically, first season. Showed up. Admiral Anderson was on board. This is the USS Europa. And yeah, it kind of got a little bit smooshed, cleaved, if you will, I believe.
You can. Yeah. That's fair to say, yeah.
Not a bad design. 4 nacelles. I'm not a big fan of the square nacelles, but that was a Brian Fuller directive. No cylindrical nacelles, unfortunately.
Was a choice.
Got a lot of elements that are very NX era, with hull plating, cutouts in the hull, the deflector, shit like that. It's an odd choice and looks okay from some angles, other angles not so much. So,
although you say that, but how would you know? You only saw it for 65 seconds.
Oh yeah,
right. And very, very dark. It was not given much love. Just kablooey. Yeah. Kablooey. And I vaguely know the chap that made this for the show. And he was the sort of fan who was actually a fan of Star Trek and over-modeled it to what his assignment was. And he actually over-designed it as well. And this is why that model, especially that and the Clark, look better than the other ones, because they're Trek fans building them who just sort of overrode a few decisions and just did it and then submitted. So that's why I think it is a better ship than other ones in Discovery in general, because it has a certain flow. And Discovery is funny in that this could be 40 years post NX with a refit. Right? You can apply some interesting middle logic, because it does have an NX-ish feel. And then some newer pieces. So it would have been fun to, make it more logical and integrate it more. And but yeah, definitely one of the best. But that's not saying that much. But definitely one of the best of Discovery Season 1. Never to be seen again.
Let's see what you guys are saying. With 47 votes, D wins with 48%.
And that was winning at A, which is interesting. When I clicked on, then it jumped. Wow. Okay.
And C is second place with 25%. If you think any of these deserve re-rolls to include F, again, 250, you can get a re-roll.
Yeah. And Kirk Solo says, if as a Trek fan I had to model that with square nacelles, I would cry. Yeah, it would take some certain cognitive distance to work on the first season Discovery. But then also you could maybe tweak some things that were like, I don't like that, I'm going to tweak it. And do you think that VFX people are going to see it? Maybe not. Haha, I got these very small victories in. Haha. But also, that's soul-sucking. Sometimes.
And he goes on to say, no bloody G, LOL, Sergeant Montgomery, Mako out.
Yes, Enterprise G. Not the same as the Titan. No. Yes. No, that
yes. Just move on to the next one, it's fine.
Okay.
Classic for real wants the vengeance. Franklin, since they're definitely after 2009. Yes, this is true.
Non's put 3 different JJ Connies. 4 different JJ Connies. They're all different. Do submit them. You know what? For that repeat Titan, I'll put in one of those, because that seems only fair.
All right, the vengeance. What a flaming piece of shit. I mean, What? It's black. It's section 31E. It's a bottle opener. There's lots to. I mean, you can make it out of Lego easily. I'm sure Lego would come up with this one at some point.
It would
The way the hull,
sell hundreds of units, yes.
the way the hull is shaped, especially the secondary hull, looks like Lego for sure. Um, in dark interior, weird fucking little airlock hatch the size of like just over a person for a big cargo bay. Like a lot of stupid choices. Welcome to Kelvinverse. Uh, if it wasn't so goddamn huge, I don't see there's elements about it I don't mind. The shape of the nacelles is quite intriguing to me. Even the way the struts kind of do their thing, but then you see all the guns come down and turn. It's like, oh wow, it's not great. But that's section 31 for you. So what are you gonna do? Yeah, that's all I gotta say.
A Cybertruck looking ship. This sure is massive. The thing is, there's lots of nice little design tricks going on in this. It all comes together to feel just gross. You know? Why is the secondary hull tiny, stubby, and small? But then the deflector having housing that closes is really interesting. To be a stealth ship, that's a really smart / weird way of doing it. You know, go into stealth mode. Why is there a negative hull and saucer? Go fuck yourself. That's why. Or had you made it like a shuttle, maybe all that's where the shuttleways were, and there'd be like a shield, or your hull that would close up. So it's all in the saucer, most protected space, right? You could do things that would make it really interesting. And then the cells are actually quite cool. I kind of like them. But yeah, the fact that like ball turrets come out like balls that are and yeah, cargo bays makes no sense. It's both ridiculously stupid and ridiculous at the same time. Yes. Yeah.
Perfect.
Strange.
Well, with
Yeah.
52
Oh.
votes, it gets an F with
Oh!
46%.
Oh!
Second place was B with 21%.
Really? And people are speaking, Stuart. People are speaking. You know, we are giving you guys a chance to make the definitive ranking. Oh dear. Oh yes, the next one was the Franklin.
Franklin, yeah.
Ooh.
Bring that in here. Of course, this is from Star Trek Beyond. And yeah, the warp 4 ship, so a precursor to the an XO1 and the warp 5 technology. And small. This is a small ship, small crew. It's got a motorcycle, which might just be the captain's motorcycle. I don't know.
We assume so.
But you can tell that it's not large because of the window at the front, and it's direct correlation to the bridge and the bridge window. And it's just a tiny little ship with some interesting choices, like the struts that go back and then up, and there's no secondary hull per se. There's a big cutout at the back. Just what is happening? um, the nacelle, you can see the internal structure of the Bizarre collectors quite easily with the little ribs that it has it's fine. And the weird texturing on the saucer, which I don't know if it's supposed to be weapons. That thing
No.
looks like a phaser ring, but not.
No. So, they are just details. Yes.
Yeah. So yeah. Not awesome, but again, better than it could have been.
But this was the best of the time. Right? Of all the JJ films, this was the best of the things that we saw, pretty much. Like, this was the testament to we have a decent design. No, I like most things about it if you were to tweak them a bit. You know, and we did for Romulan more a little bit. Yeah, I think the nacelles are great. Not besides with the nacelles. It looks great in motion. It really does. It's a really nice sweep. I don't mind how thin it is, actually, because it's very NXy. You could have added a secondary hull easily, and it would work super well to add a trailing cargo unit. You know? And given that it's a the first warp 4 ship, and then reused as a fast, quick scout ship with Romulan War, whatever. Cool. Specialist experimental craft, not mothballed because it was still useful. You know? It's like a runabout for their runabouts. The weird warp core. But again, everything's all post refit, post crash. It's good. I like it. I have changed it. So I said, would I change it? Yes, I have changed it. If anyone wants to put on the Romulan War Franklin as a separate one, feel free. See if you guys like it better, because I tweaked quite a few things about it.
Well, C wins with 42 votes with 52%.
Okay. Second best B, third best A, and S. I want to give S a shot. Didn't pay off, but that's okay. If you need a re-roll, 250, but I'd be shocked if this gets a D. I don't think it's D worthy in any way, but maybe 50% of you will swipe it a D. I don't know. I don't know.
All right, we have
Hey,
one more from Classic for Real, then we're going to switch to the Super Chats.
And Spino's Blue Bricks just arrived. Good stuff. On arrive for Christmas.
All right, so Classic for Real thinks the original Titan qualifies since it made its canon debut in the second season finale of Lower Decks, no small parts, so way past 2009. Yeah, but it was designed prior and used as a traveling thing for that, so.
But he's a dick in a good way. So Lower Decks version. So just that version. Not this, no other versions. That particular version. Hence the picture. With its weird glowing, with its horrible blue and its weird glowing registry. It's some garbage bits. But here's that version.
Yeah, I loved it. I loved seeing it come in to save the day. I kind of like the color scheme, if I'm honest. It was good to actually see it in something that was mainstream, that people didn't have to have a specialist knowledge of what was going on to have seen. So yeah, love seeing Riker at the helm, and really should have got more love than it actually did get. I mean, did see it a few times in Lower Decks-ish, or at least the interior of it. And the interior was great too. Seeing his ready room, the bridge, color scheme was good. Yeah, I liked it quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, it is, yeah, it's amazing the scene, but it's so many things that are wrong with the model. It's just disappointing, you know. But it's only if you know and care and look. But given most of them are like choices they made, it's like, why is the registry glowing? I don't know. No, yeah, it's the worst version of the title we've ever had. But that's because we only had 4 versions, 2 on books, 2 in shows, and that's okay. But yeah, glorious moment, and we like our jazz musicians. Did you know, Stuart, all the Titan shuttles now have jazz musicians? I didn't know that until right now, Stuart. The chat just told me. Crazy!
Never heard of that. I think I'm full of shit. Mark Lawrence landed with throws in $5. Has just landed now on a bus to a train to an Uber home.
Mark!
Glad you made it.
Mark!
Right, so, what are you guys saying? With 44 votes, A wins with 75%.
Oof. Damn.
I mean, if anybody thinks it deserves a reroll, you know what to do. Just throw in 250.
250.
250 on PayPal and 250 on Super Chat. That one doesn't matter. Yeah. All right, so we're going to switch to Super Chats for a minute here, even though there is another one in there for PayPal. But
thank you for the support, all you guys. It makes all the difference, as you guys know.
Richard Lau, £5. Inquiry class, but the one with the actual deflector.
Yes, inquiry refit. But there was technically 3 other inquiries you could do, but thanks for putting the good one. So if someone's putting the bad inquiry, then we can see how it compares.
Well, here we go. The bestest ever ship in Starfleet, most fastest, most
and the refit of that best ship, even.
Right? Most of these views are awful. The profile's gross. The 3/4 from the front's not so bad. 3/4 from the back is
Tell
awful.
us how you really feel.
The bottom doesn't have any kind of feel going on to it from that lower 3/4. Like it's not a good ship, but it is all that Starfleet has apparently for a minute or two. Yeah, not good. Don't vote this one high, guys. There's a problem.
Okay, so obviously they made the bad one in Picard, which is based on decent art from John like 15 years ago. Then Tobias made a much better version for Stowe, and they redesigned it for Picard, and they put that back in Stowe. So Tobias Richter manually redesigned it to add the Nemesis plating and the LC thrusters and all the stuff that makes it much better. It's still a low B design, but far better than it ever was. And that's sort of where I leave it. It doesn't look great, but it has got some nice details. Like the nacelles are quite nice, but it's at least they improved it some. At least they improved it some. But at least the buy's put in the right details. It has at least the feel it should do.
Yes.
Which is really good. You just then look at the sort of higgledy-piggledy squashed bleh design. But I do hope if someone puts in the original inquiry, it will bomb compared to this, because this does a lot more love than that, because it's a much better.
Sure. We'll just give that one the F option when it comes up.
Yes, that will get an F option.
He wins 49 votes,
oh, wow.
41%. Second place was B with 26%, and then C was 24%. So,
damn. And I saw it a bit earlier. No B, 1A, 2 S's. This board is, we rarely have a board this low, I will say. And this is a comparison to each other.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say Venture is that bad.
All right. Sessigura, 2005 euros. The Discovery, I nominate for F.
I'll include the F. That's the best I can do. And
Discovery.
And to Tall Geese's annoyance, can you please give us all the scoring options already? No, let's do 4. So no, we can't. Physically.
We can only do 4 because YouTube only has 4 for the poll, so we select the ones that we feel are most appropriate. And if you guys really feel strongly about it, you can offer up a re-roll for $250 for a $250 super chat.
So can we show them all? Literally no.
We would if we could, because that would make it much easier for us, but no. Anyway, Discovery, what a flaming piece of shit. I mean, it's an interesting enough design. Looks nice. It would have been better as a post-Nemesis kind of design, something not pre-TOS. The Discovery Alpha, the first one we got with the first little trailer, was a much better.
Please put that in somebody. It's so much better.
Pre-TOS feel, yeah. But the chopstick nacelles, the long, like skinny nacelles, the tri-Bizarre collectors, I kind of like. But again, they were better on the Alpha, and they made them blue for some reason, which is not a big deal. I mean, in battles in Starfleet battles, the X ships, the experimental ships, have blue nacelles generally. So, but anyway, the problem lies when you get into the interior. It's shiny, it's glossy. The bridge you could play basketball in. Let's not forget about the turbolift caverns that just take up the interior of the ship. There's huge empty swaths of just nothingness inside the ship.
I still find it hard to believe that went through. That they genuinely thought that was a thing that should be on screen. That these ships are so big they have warehouses of empty space. Like, various people approved that. I don't get it. It's so awful a concept. I don't get it.
Yep. Yeah. I didn't even mind the mycelial network thing as an experimental thing. It was kind of a cool even visual when it spun and but I just wish it wouldn't have been pre-TOS, and it would have been much better. So that's my take on it.
Well, can you imagine if, and a sort of absolutely thick Discovery, kind of like the episode 1 timeline, if they'd had this, as we saw it in episode 1, or day 3, and at some point in episode 9, they revealed that they found, let me know what you think, if Starfleet found a ship from the future, which had a mycelial drive damaged on it, they reverse engineered it. And so it skipped tech by 800 years. You'd be like, oh, that's cool. That explains everything. Yes. And then it's alternate timeline story, which we would know, like Enterprise kind of is already logically because they changed the timeline. Cool. Fun idea. But no. No, Discoveries are bad across the board. I mean, it's a checklist of bad. It's kind of embarrassing in a lot of ways. And that's sad because Johnny designed it and he had to keep designing it. Is there anything I like about it that aren't on other ships of the era? Because the 2-pronged reflector is on Shenzhou, so that's not unique. The 3 Basards are not unique to theirs on the Alpha, so that doesn't count. I mean, the shuttle bay door's okay.
But it's always open, so you never see it.
True.
So.
Sorry, you're right. Take it back. I like the impulse engines. They look nice. There you go. Still, do you have one thing? Oh, yes, it used the Basards. There you go. That's my one positive thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's yeah. So guys, do put in for us the Alpha and the refit, because they're all 3 very different craft.
Yeah. All right, F wins with 57 votes and 51%.
Is that it? Mm, yeah,
Pretty large margin there. So.
well. But some people do love it. We just like cannon ship designs, you know?
All right, so next up we've got Robert Buckley, $5. Okay, Discovery. And instead of Pacific 201, do the NX 326. We just did Discovery.
That's Franklin.
let's-
Did them both.
Did both of those.
I'll put the NX Alpha then, because the Discovery Alpha, 'cause that's probably a very niche us thing, isn't it, that we like?
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, guys, hit that like button, by the way. Let's see how many of you here. 70 of you here, 56 likes. Get those likes up to 60, guys. If you haven't yet liked yet, please do so. Put in your ship and make sure you're voting in the polls, because if you want your ship to be placed where it's supposed to be placed, according to you, gotta do your part.
It's important. There you go.
All right, so Discovery Alpha. This is the one that was made its appearance at San Diego Comic-Con in a quickly rushed together, cobbled together trailer.
Which looks shockingly good considering when you know that.
And we did a really fantastic video on it. Kind of
giving it
lots of praise. Giving it lots of praise because it was an interesting pre-TOS looking design. Awesome. Unfortunately, it didn't stay that way. John Eves' directive was to keep tweaking it and taking it back to the producers, and they kept changing their minds and they wanted things to change. And yeah, so as a result, it kind of got relegated to the dustbin of history, forgotten, and which is sad because this is an interesting design. I love the way that the nacelles are mounted. I love the thickness of them. I love that they're basically mounted at the back. The filled in saucer. This one, original one, the gimbal, the bridge ball in the middle was a gimbal that moved, not the whole fucking saucer. So there was a bunch of different changes that were made. This just feels more appropriate, especially as a quote unquote kind of undercover experimental ship. Color scheme, everything kind of made sense. And
Or at least you
was
can
much better.
justify it makes sense. Right?
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, this was far superior to what they eventually came up with for the final design. So
Yeah, and this is such a funny one because, of course, the team that designed it, quote unquote, it was obviously John's sketches that were then taken by a VFX in-house team who then did their own version in a short time, and they did their own things to it to finish it off because there was no approval version, obviously. So a lot of the things we like are things as they thought, we'll need some detail here. That the phasable total, all that stuff was just added by them, and they were Trek fans. We know some of them, so it kind of has a bit of those holdovers of details. Yeah, I like the grilling from Franklin. I like the weird deflector, how small it is, kind of is interesting. And the 3% look fantastic with the housing. There's a lot of interesting stuff here. It's not a good looking design, right? Like, but it looks as if a really rustic pre-TOS test ship. Oh wait, that's the description of the Discovery, right? So there you go. Fits the form. Yeah.
well, with 50 votes, sadly F wins with 35%.
Oh.
Second place was D with 27%.
Okay, guys, why is that an F? I know most people didn't vote for F, but democracy, right? First past post. But
a lot of people didn't like the design because it felt clunky, I think.
Oh, it is.
Oh, but I like that because it's an experimental design. It's an experimental ship. Anyway, moving on. Sussy Guru 2000, €5. The Enterprise F, which I should not be an F but an S. Technically, it was out before the 2009.
Was it?
I think so.
I don't know. It might have been after. Because Stowe's been on a long time.
No, go back and check our interview with Mr. Iyer, whatever his name is. It's IHRLE, I think is his last name. We can include it because it's shown on the screen, I guess. But
Yeah, should be up there.
It's not.
Okay, let me.
Yeah, no problem. So yeah, the Enterprise F, Odyssey class, finally realized in live action in Picard, and yeah, a double neck. Love the size up that it is from the D and the E. It's a nice progression in the lineage of Enterprises, which immediately is forgotten with the G. It's just anyway. Awful bridge set. Seen Admiral Shelby sitting in like an office chair. It's kind of hot garbage. Let's be honest.
I mean, when you gave him $9.45 and 12 minutes to make a new bridge set, right? What do you expect?
And Kirk Solo, yes, we know it was made for STO. We interviewed the designer of it like years ago.
We did say at the start the Criterion, but people want to see it ranked, and you know.
Yep.
We do know all these things. We're quite well known in Trek things. Yeah, I don't remember when it was designed because I feel like it was a while ago.
I think that contest is way before 2009.
But we didn't interview until way after that, obviously, because we were interviewing it.
Yeah. I feel in our interview.
No, 2011. I was right.
Okay.
So it does factor in as a post. Yeah.
Sure.
Contest on 2011.
All right. Well, yeah, I wish we had seen more of it in Picard. It was big. It seemed very big and lumbering coming out of space dock and doing its thing. I mean, it didn't come across as anything super special, but it was really fantastic to see it. The double neck is interesting. There's some good design choices there, and overall, I think it's one that people would have liked to have seen more of. So,
at least some flashbacks.
You can use it in Star Trek Online, and a lot of people love it. So, yeah, interested to see where it goes in your rankings, guys.
Yeah,
you didn't give it an S classification. It's going to piss people off. You're going to have to re-roll for an S if you wanted an S.
Yeah, I think it has it. For me, it has not as many flaws as the Duderstadt, but has various like fundamental like, doesn't work for me about it. It's more faithful to Duderstadt, but it's less creative. It's just a bigger progression forward with a lot of details for every single iota of space. You know, it's like not creative and creative in the same way. It's weird. Bit too busy, I think, and it's lost some of the charm. So I kind of get going smaller, but you went from a whale to a dolphin. It's like, well, you could have had a something in between a little bit because this thing is a beast. At least it looked lovely in every shot in because it's in 3. And every shot, I mean, less than a handful. Yeah.
Yes. All right, let's see what you have to say. With 53 votes, 70% say A. That might require a reroll, but somebody's going to have to put in for it. I just think for the screen time it had, I don't know if it's quite S-worthy, but it is well loved because people use it in STO, and once you start using a ship in the game, you get quite attached to it. So, all right, the Benji 800, 5 pounds. The Class C Discovery Shuttle. Tom Paris would love the paint job. Oh. I mean, Tom Paris probably flew one. I mean, it was still around being used. It was,
it was a fucking taxi.
Fuck yeah.
Definitely was on it several times, all throughout his career, every day.
Yeah, paint scheme's a little much. It's like the Lost Sereno with the paint scheme almost. It's a little bit overdone. I don't mind it. I kind of like the black and the red, but the fact that they started showing up everywhere in every timeline, it's funny because Discovery left the shuttle bay door open, traveled through time, and scattered them everywhere. And it's
good to see you, Kurt.
Got dropped off in different time zones. Not an awful design. Feels very bullet-like, and is very much not a product of its time. Unfortunately, it's a little bit it's a lot advanced for its time in the timeline, and that's a big goddamn front window with no other really, I mean, there are side windows, but it's something about it doesn't feel quite right to me. So, yep, Not the biggest fan.
Unfortunate. It's one of those things where the use of it is always going to tarnish my ability to rank it.
Yeah.
You know, and especially as we saw a glorious, and please include it, Strange World Shuttle, which is a nice, faithful visual reboot of the 2S one that looks nice. This is not a visual, faithful reboot of the 2S one. It's a sleeked up TNG Star Trek V one.
Yeah.
That's not the brief. Nothing about it works. And in fairness, you could tweak it to look a lot nicer, in my opinion, as a design. But it's just like misshapen in a lot of ways and out of proportion in a lot of ways, and just fundamentally doesn't work in many ways, in my opinion. As well as being absolutely tone deaf for the era, and just across the board, it's a really, really tone deaf shuttle. Oh yeah, no shit, Discovery. I mean, that's the testament to just the show. And yes, Turn Up Everywhere is just again tone deaf. Just it's the most famous shuttle ever. It's like, fuck yourself. Just go do it. Just go do it.
Yeah. I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you deliberately wait until you see I'm doing something and then stop talking?
No.
By the time I go to start to do something, because you're talking, I usually talk for a while, and as soon as I start, you stop.
No, I don't know.
Okay.
Sorry.
I see what you guys are saying. 37 votes. F wins with 51%. Second place was B.
Yes. Although our votes went down from 50s to 30s. Guys, 66 votes. All of you, if 30 more of you had voted, that could have been entirely different. So vote. Get on your phone. Get on your laptop. Get on your iPad. Get on me talking so Stu can do something. Get on it. Vote now. I could vote. You could vote. We could all vote. Everyone could vote right now. If you can't vote, then go onto a device and vote. Don't touch the screen. It's not a touch screen, but you can try. Go on your watch. Can you watch your YouTube? Try. See if you can vote on that. Can it? I don't know. Can you watch the YouTube, Stuart? I don't know. Actually, I don't know. You can do Audible. I could text you, but I don't think I have a YouTube app.
You can't watch, no.
That'd be crazy. Imagine watching us on your watch. That'd be mad.
Watching on the watch.
Yeah.
Anyway, next up we've got
oh god.
George J, $5. The one true USS Titan Luna class lower decks. I already talked about it.
Please pick again.
Yeah, pick another one, George.
Let us know.
Just put in the regular chat. We'll keep an eye out for it. Robert Buckley, $15.
Oh.
Wants all the Enterprises from Kelvin. So 2009, then the banana strut refit one, and then the A, I guess.
Cool.
So all right,
start with the A. We're gonna go backwards ordered, so you can.
Oh, start with the A then. Okay.
Start with the A.
Much better design than the previous two. It was Sean Hargraves did this one, not Ryan Church, thank God. But better proportions, better styled engines, they're better spaced. It just looks better. It feels better. Shouldn't have been an A at that point, honestly, in the timeline.
But it was destroyed.
I know, but it's also hasn't earned the legacy of the Enterprise to get the A classification.
I don't know what Kirk did in the years in between.
I don't care.
Okay.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. It was only like what 4 or 5 years, whereas opposed to
yes,
years
4 years
with the other one. So anyway, regardless, much better looking ship. Wish we got more of it. We saw it flying around in the end credits, but I would have liked to have seen it in a movie. Just felt better as a whole. Everything was more proportionally correct and just felt better, looked better. I just
was better.
Yes, and we interviewed Sean Hargraves as well about this one as well. So check out that video of our past videos.
Although in fairness, of course, this is not his concept version. His concept version was far more radically changed, and they decided to pull that back a lot and make this, which is using a lot of his inspirational details, sure, but isn't quite what he envisioned, because that was a bit crazy, but still cool. Yeah. They both have their
For me
value.
personally, this would probably get a C, just because it's better than the other two. So,
Yeah, but it's the same thing. It's the Enterprise refit, but sleeked with some weird curves. It's just, it ain't bad. It ain't bad in comparison.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. What are you guys saying with 42 votes? 45% of you say F. With second place being B with 29%.
And this is why I went backwards first. Because if you are now saying this is an F, then every other Kelvin will be an F. Just if it's not, that's ridiculous because they're all much worse than this. So that's what you've now just said. They're all F worthy, and that's kind of a shame. But you've now got to be consistent. They've got to get more F as we go down the line.
This next one is worse than the first one.
Couldn't find a good picture. Sorry.
I know, neither could I. That's what I was looking for when you interrupted me by stop talking.
Well, I interrupted you, even not intro. I interrupted you. I brought you back in.
Yeah. So this is the second iteration.
Third, technically, but yeah, second real one.
Well, yes. This is the one that showed up in Beyond at the beginning. With the banana struts, as they're called, because people complained about the struts and the thickness of the nacelles and stuff on the first one. So they said, fuck you guys, we're going to make it even uglier by doing this. And this, thankfully, is the one that got its throat slit by Krill or whatever the fuck his name was, and had the nacelles chopped off. And I cheered in the theater because it's fucking hot garbage.
Oh, you did this.
Well, I was sitting with Sylvia, and I remember I'm like, oh yeah, like really loud.
Your popcorn went up 4 inches.
I mean, maybe. But it's not great. It's not great. And I actually kind of prefer the 2009 version over this, and that's saying something because I hate the 2009 version. But anyway, so yeah, this one cannot be anything more than an F now because of the way you guys have been voting. So
yeah, so 45 votes. We want to get at least that. So do vote or more, of course. So I want to see comparisons, Stuart. You guys have put that in here, right? So we had F at 45%. So this should be more than 45% in F. Now, not saying we're forcing you, but this is worse than the previous one. But it did look fun in motion because they did better shots with it because they did better camera work. So it worked better, even though they had some weird design choices.
There's one scene of it approaching the planet, going through the nebula, where I thought it looked fantastic because of the angle, and I'm like, oh, I actually kind of like this now for a second. Yeah.
Because they knew how to shoot it. How much of the movie was that in? Like 30 minutes?
Maybe,
yeah.
It looked really good crashing into the planet.
Beyond,
it was just so awesome to see it be fucking destroyed. It was like, oh yeah. Anyway,
we should do the movies community ranked. Not very good for us in terms of super chats, but with the ability to re-roll every movie as we go because contrast plays a part. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like if overall you vote Nemesis a D, right, then JJ all should be F maybe, but then maybe not, but then I don't know. That'd be interesting, actually. There's just not enough for them to be yeah.
Well, with 48 votes now, F wins with 67%.
Okay. So 25% more than previous one. Okay. I only have 3 options, but still.
And then the last of the Kelvin Enterprises,
first
one from 2009.
There's a fan version.
Last in our lineup.
It's a fan version, so it might look a little bit nicer. But you know what it looks like, guys. You know what it looks like.
This one is the hot rod of them, which again I thought was a real disrespectful thing for them to do. The Enterprise. I was never a fan of this Enterprise at all. Again, very stocky, too big, overly sized nacelles, and from the top, spaced very close together, and looked incredibly stupid. Proportionally, just did not work.
Hey, shadows.
Bend them out, and it would have been much better. Felt more like a refit version of the Enterprise than a TOS one because of all the color scheme, the blue deflector, as well as the rings, the sensor bands along the saucer. Like a lot of refit elements to it, which it shouldn't have had. And yeah, and everybody complained about it, and then they changed it and gave it the banana struts kind of as a fuck you. So they know their audience, those guys. Yep.
Well, as I've said many.
Sorry, I gotta talk about the inside. The fucking Apple Store with the scanners on every console, glares everywhere, lens flares, big open arboretum thing in the middle of the saucer for some reason, like a shopping mall. So you get a hull breach and you're definitely fucked. Like, yeah, lens flares.
Sorry, hold on.
But you know what I mean? Like, very much a shopping mall interior, and I don't think you see it till the second film, Into Darkness, Really, where they're talking and it's like there's a bridge and there's like you can look down and see all the different levels and not an ideal design or construction for a starship at all. One hull breach and you're fucked. Unless force fields fly up everywhere.
Or possible as far as super fucked. Actually,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
you know, 21 decks of fucked.
yeah.
It's a great choice. Yeah, promise this shot doesn't look as bad as it could do. But we all remember it from the show, right? The movie. Yeah, I mean it's a fundamental where it's just ill balanced. The nacelles are just ridiculous looking, but the source is mostly just the refit, so it's kind of okay. But all the changes are bad to the refit.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. It's just the worst refit in every regard.
Yep. And the huge ass shuttle bay and the brewery.
But unfortunately, you might be right in that when they did the nacelle thing to make it look potentially look bad, that might be worse now. I might take that back because it's too sleek and spindly. This might be slightly better. It's not as sleek and spindly, and there's a tiny
this
change.
is slightly better.
Oh, yeah. Damn it.
Yes. And this is a good picture of it. It makes it look not so bad. So
yeah, I did some favors here.
all right, let's see what you guys are saying. 46 votes. F wins with 59%. Second place is D with 22%. So
okay, so that is down from 8%, but
at least
up from 18%. Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Okay.
squish them because proportionally they look better that way. I don't know. Anyway, it's fine. What's next? Robert Buckley, $5. USS. The 5 I put in for this and move it down 2 pegs with this added on.
He does clarify a bit later if you go forward and look.
Go forward and look.
Well, I get one that someone's put for. Oh, where is it? Here it is.
Discovery?
Maybe.
What's his clarification? I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about.
I thought he did say.
Maybe he did. I just don't know where I would find that. We'll figure it out later. Let us know, Robert. Just put in the regular chat, maybe.
Yes.
Mark Lawrence, $5 just landed. Oh yeah, read that one already. Sorry, Mark. Glad you made it home though.
Yes. Long old trip.
£5. Odyssey class. That's the Enterprise F.
Yes. Already today, so please let us know again. An alt. If you like. Or, you know, I can put in that. We'll see. We'll do the test. Classic inquiry class. Nope, that's even the star one. God damn it, I couldn't even find the original one. Okay, hold on. You do the poll, I'll get the picture. Classic Picard Season 1 inquiry. My brain so doesn't want to look at the original inquiry that it refused to put in the bad one, apparently.
Yeah. Classic Picard Season 1.
Yes, as you had said, the most powerful, fastest, most advanced warship Starfleet ship Federation ever completed, with no visible weapons, no visible thrusters, no visible escape pods, no visible blinkies, no visible transporters, no visible. Let's goes on. It's real bad. Inquiry Classic, which we all forcibly had models of because Eagle Moss made a subscription, and I have at least one. But you can get, and do you remember this? They made convention exclusives of the alternate versions, the slightly different nacelle and slightly different impulse engine, limited to 500 each. Collect them now, and be like, oh, have you got the other 2 inquiries so I can have a complete set, like 6% different, racking up thousands and thousands of, you know, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, with Yellow Bazaar collectors, it's a cut and paste fleet. Yeah. So he's talking about the Franklin. So move it down 2 pegs with this added on. Want the Franklin moved down to F?
Yeah, he said when I said move the ship, it was the Franklin. So what did he say?
So he wants to move down 2 pegs.
Well, only one of the 5, but that's sad. Where was it before?
Or was it C?
Oh.
That's at F. All right, the original inquiry class, which Commodore O would definitely have known about all the statistics and blah 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 whatever.
It's just an insult. It's just an insult. Despite being good concept art. But again, they had like 6 days to make the model and then do the shots, so I get it. But it's their fault for putting themselves in that position.
Yeah.
Like that's that team. That's entirely their fault as a team.
They had the Galaxy class. They had the Sovereign class. It's a fleet.
Yeah, but they shot
them all.
Well, yeah, I suppose.
I don't know. It's just
I would just have made 6, and then warp in 6 and have 3 nacelle versions. They got 2 of each. Make one a 4 nacelle. Make one a 3 nacelle. Boom, you've got 3 versions. Yeah. The inquiry design classification it harbors variants.
Yeah.
Weird.
Let's see what you guys are saying. 46 votes, 47 now. F wins with 70%. Second place was D with 17%. So
good.
We should have anticipated this. All the Fs. I had to like shrink them down now. Running out of F room. And no Bs. There's not been one B.
Yeah. And the Duderstadt is a surprising C, as in like the chasm is very, very and 2, of course. Remember, 2 of these ships in there were not designed really in the modern era. They're designed by Trek fans for Trek competitions out of Trek. So they are absolutely mildly cheating.
Yeah.
But it shows. As in the fact that's high up.
All right, Schmobuddy throws in $5. Ross class could have been the G. I'll die on that hill.
Ooh, that'd been a terrible G. Sorry. It's just a different
It's just a Galaxy class.
Yes, it's a sleeker but also less artistically nice Galaxy. Like part of the Galaxy is sleek and lovely.
I kind of like the
No, I know it's fun as a design, but
class.
it's a less sexy. It's just a more sovereignly detailed one. It's just doing different things, right?
I like the it's a little less sexy, but I do like the secondary hull and the round deflector dish. Very more reminiscent of like an ambassador class. But it doesn't look the best from every angle. I think the Enterprise, the original Galaxy class, looks better from more angles. Also, the back of the saucer on this one feels very kind of built up, and I don't like that. Yeah, so
which also not.
I do like the variation of the Ross class.
Which also uncreative. It just feels like not just it feels too sovereigny, as if that one design has taken over everything. It's just like okay,
yeah.
A bit of a more original thing. I know it is, but it's just not the most creative thing in the world. Will still be nice.
Oh. Let's see.
Got the specific one I gotta find here. But thank you for putting low decks ones, because we do want more low decks ones because they have some very good designs. And this one's actually designed because I bloody well spent a long time working out the design for Trekyards, as I want to do.
I'm cut out C. I'm just gonna give you A, B, D, or F options for this one.
For this one.
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
I have a feeling that some people absolutely love it, some people hate it. I don't think there's going to be much middle ground.
I'm very mid on it.
You're very what?
Very mid on it. It needs a sleep. It needs a proper design, like in universe time pass. Because why would you make a sovereign galaxy around the time of the E? You wouldn't. You've got sovereigns or galaxies. If it's designed after, you'd have new design things that would be more appropriate. But it doesn't really have that,
Yeah.
It makes sense for a game, but not really for a TV show. All right, there's that one. All right. Good stuff, good stuff. Vote now!
All right,
thank you,
votes.
Buckley. Finally putting the one for the live on the thumbnail. What it's based on.
47
good.
votes. B wins 43%. So
okay.
We got a B.
Yeah.
Kind of hoping for
a mid. We got a mid.
C in it would have probably got a C. So,
Interesting.
All right. Robert Buckley clarifies it. Thank you. Sesagiro 2005 euros. Reroll Enterprise F4S. right, so let's see. Start home.
Like it's fine. It's nice.
Yeah.
You know, just a bit busy. I flew at plenty in Stowe. What do you guys think?
All right. Here's the reroll.
Oh, Rob Buckley, who did put in the Athena, as I alluded to, he says it's an S, and you can't change his mind. So even though you might not agree with him, he might make it that anyway. Very interested to see, because we've got a really broad spectrum of ships here, and not a lot of where I'd place them. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. We will see. Still half an hour to go, guys. Any lower deck ships you want us to cover? Does anyone have a B they think is a B? Any alien?
Quite a few to get through. So.
Wait, are there any alien ships here at all? No. Oh, no. No one wants about alien ships. Okay. Fair enough.
All right, well, let's close this one. 48 votes, 60% say S.
Okay.
So I'll move her up there.
Okie dokie.
All right, next up, we got Richard Lau, 5 pounds. I'm not sure its name, but the Klingon ship from the series finale of Lower Decks.
Let's call it Burrell Warship. Let's call it Klingon Lower Decks Warship. Great.
Sure.
It's a great ship.
Yeah.
I'm adding an S to that because fuck you all. In a nice way. Great. Lovely ship.
This one?
Yes.
This is the one from Kobayashi Maru.
No, this is the one. I mean, it is just a double bird of prey with a D5 head and a few other tweaks, but it looks great. It so works.
There's your alien ship right there. So.
Oh, I know. No, it's fantastic. It's bulky. It's thick. I know I thought doing 2 wings. It's great. It's a really nice and it new, but while not being new. It's very Klingon.
Yes.
It's great.
Yeah.
No real complaints. Bit dirty, I suppose, but that's because it was, Klingon House of Dirt. I don't know. They were in the wars, They had problems, and that's okay.
So go vote, guys. Let's see what you guys say. Yeah. I'm glad they did this. I'm glad they put some different variations of Klingon Birds of Prey in there. They didn't have to. Lower Decks and Prodigy both had variants, like Klingon Bird of Prey variants. And again, they didn't have to. Bird of Preys were pretty prevalent during TNG and DS9. They could have just used them unchanged, but they decided to make some modifications and add some new ships to the lore, and I love that. So, yeah. Would have liked to have seen more of it. Maybe we will at some point. It's probably an STO. I don't know.
I don't think so.
One time. They should. Huh. Anyway, 40 votes. A wins with 55%.
Excellent.
B at 32%.
Okay, I challenge somebody. To start putting the Klingon ships from Discovery and see how low a score we can get.
Well, F is already full though, dude.
Well, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Because they have percentage-wise, would the Discovery Klingon Bird of Prey get the lowest F score here? I don't know.
Anyway, Sessiguru, 2005 euros. The little mono-nacelled starship that Peanut Hamper, everyone's favorite character, cobbled together in a debris field. Ah, yes, we see for like 5 seconds.
Yep.
With like
Peanut
TOS
Hampers.
parts.
Yes.
Yeah. Not fantastic. What an odd choice.
Yeah. I mean, she's a resourceful little brat.
Yeah. Seen some different elements and seen like a TOS style deflector was great. So interesting.
Read out the poll, my good man.
Okay, let's see what it says here. The USS Peanut Hamper NX 00001. Perfect.
Very welcome. Now, Benjamin, there are 3 different Romulan warbirds in Picard. You've been even more clear. There's the
I
antique.
think you mean the antique one. That's
That-
what I'm gonna guess.
Yeah, that's a bird of prey kind of. That's in Stranger Worlds. And there's a flagship and there's the warship. I don't want to be clarified because there are 3 different ships. So do let us know, Benjamin, because there are very different designs and they're from different places. And one's in Stranger Worlds. No, second. Yeah, let us know.
It's the antique one. I guarantee it.
Explain.
Anyway, let's see. 34 votes. C wins 39%. B second place with 28%.
It beats
This is
so many
It beats
things.
so many other ones. Yeah. Go Peanut Hamper, go.
I mean, literally.
Peanut Hamper, my favorite character. I'll start.
Is that true?
Yeah. Robert Buckley, $5. The Little Miss USS Athena.
There we go. / Starfleet Academy. I'm gonna.
Yes. That started this whole fucking live.
Now, I'm not gonna put an F in because I do things better than an F. But you can re-roll for it if you want to.
The haters disagree, though. What an ugly ship. Oh, the ship is literally the logo. Fuck, I hate people.
But not all of you guys. You guys are perfect.
You guys are awesome, but I'm just saying, some of the haters online that can't find anything else to bitch about the weirdest things.
Like nacelle placement and too close together.
No,
That's a real
legit
complaint.
shit. Yeah.
We'll have our things, guys, and we don't mind it anywhere as much.
Classic for real throws in $2. Imagine if they built the D saucer with a Ross G. Oh, rebuilt the D saucer with the G secondary hull. That would have pissed people off.
There could send me fun variants. Fun variants to come. Right, I'll put in the antique Romulan until otherwise told not, but then we gave you a window to let us know. 2 shows.
Benji did not answer. All right. So for the Athena, Starfleet Academy, 41 votes, 51% say D. And a 3-way tie for the rest. Damn.
Interesting.
That's one word for it.
Like, it's not great, but it's got, you know, some charm.
I'm gonna put it this way to save on space.
Okay. Like, it's one of the better ships in that era. There are a couple of better ones, but yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Trekyardians. To be fair, we all have a right to be critical and challenge, but constructive people, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Again, any Discovery or Echelon ships you want to put in, do.
No. Oh, yeah. The Benji, £5. A Romulan warbird from Picard. The Eagle Moss version looks awesome. Yes, that is. I'm going to assume the antique one, which I absolutely love. He is correct. The Eagle Moss version is great. Nice detail. The bird on the bottom is fantastic.
Oh, no, he says flagship. He says the flagship. Call it down. Call it back.
I'll get it out there. It's fine. And he should have said that because that's not a warbird then, probably. I don't know. Fuck's sakes. I quit. I'm gonna.
What's the what does Cartman say? Screw you again, I'm going home. You're already home though.
Sure.
Yes, the Dachiling class. That's our thumbnail, so anyways, I know that. I don't know that, I just read it off our own thumbnail.
How embarrassing. Yeah, it's all right. Doesn't feel very Romulan. Color palette's interesting.
Yeah, this was a hard one to review for us because it just didn't hold up
Yeah.
constantly. And I was like trying to find stuff to talk about that was like interesting. I was like, and it's just not a good ship, let alone a good Star Trek ship, let alone a good Romulan ship, let a good Romulan flagship. Like at least the snake fighter, what's that called? Snake's head?
Copperhead.
Whatever. That was an okay. It was okay. It was okay. It was okay. This is not. How far the Duderstadt has fallen. As in those that designed that.
Yeah. This is a close one, guys. Make sure you vote.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what you guys think. Be truthful. You know, be truthful.
Be truthful and multiply. What? Oh, fruitful. Gotcha.
If we did a fan film with tribbles, do you think Foley would like tribbles or be annoyed by tribbles?
I mean, you've seen how I am. You make that determination.
I have.
Okay. They're cute until they shit on the floor, then I get mad at them. I don't know. We'll talk about that later. Anyway, 42 votes. You guys are saying F with this one, 48%. It was close, and then it very quickly became not close. So I'm just going to start stacking the Fs down here.
That's fair, Stuart. That's fair. People have been around for a while. They know what's going on. Just start stacking.
Well, yeah, they're double layered there. So anyway,
that's fair.
We'll get back to some PayPal's. I don't know if we have any. We had one more. We had one left in there, but
yeah.
I don't know. I want to clear up the super chats, but they keep coming in.
Appreciate support.
So anyway,
this month especially. Thanks so much.
Yes. Sesagiro 2005 euros. With those wings, the Athena could literally be a Romulan warbird. Yeah.
What? Romulans don't have back-swept wings. What? What?
They have wing patterns, feather patterns.
Oh.
Sean Wolseley, Holdren, $5. For my selection, I choose the Giorgio class from Star Trek Online, which is a TMP era version of the Walker. And it's gorgeous, in my opinion, that is.
That is, of course, technically after 2009, so I suppose yes.
Which is this one?
Ew.
Sorry.
You liked it at the time with Thomas Maroney, but he was on the call with us, so.
Well, it's not a great angle. I don't like the cutout in the front and the built-up front of the saucer. The rest is fine. I just say things because somebody's on a call. You know that.
No, indeed.
To their face that I hate their shit.
Well, no, but I mean, like, when you know all the angles, is what I mean.
The other angles might probably make it look better, but I don't. This angle's not flattering.
Yeah, it's disjointed. Is that a good word?
Yeah.
But isn't the Walker disjointed? And no one's put Shenzhou, the first new ship of TV Trek, the Shenzhou. Great. I know Cloud is like, I want to see how bad the movie. Yes, Sean, Jacques Vache. Any follow-up would have been nice or mentioned, but I guess not. That's the right design. It's got a few things. It's a bit busy, but at least Thomas, who designed it, Maroney from Stowe, knows the art, design, the language, and just tweak some things, does some things, had fun with Nuno cells. Pretty cool considering. Although it would have not worked as a miniature at the time. It's 2 something. I don't know what, but it's not quite. That's fine. Just that's the era feel.
Yeah. Well, while you guys are voting, Robert Buckley throws in $20 and says to me. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, right up to S tier. Good job.
Athena has support here. Robert has supported the channel and made you all regret thine day. Very kind.
BJ, it's $5 for ship, so
Classic rules.
all right. Let's close this one out. 45 votes. D wins with 33%. Two-way tie for second place. B and C, 29%. So close.
Okay, yeah, kind of surprised by that. I thought this would be because it's TMP-ish. It'd be Lovefest-ish. Interesting. Interesting.
Okay.
At least there are a lot. You know, when we started this show, there wasn't any Trek. At least there's been a lot of ships since we started. Because there's all this stuff. It's all new ships.
It's true. Yeah. All right. George J, $2. Texas class lower decks. Again, I don't know if anybody's topped it up. Oh, Buckley topped it up. All right. Texas class, the automated ship, small, maneuverable, AI. Stocky little ship design. And yeah. Pretty good idea and kind of powerful and terrifying at the same time. So yeah, interesting. I like it. Don't know where I'd rank it though. I'd probably put this at a D or a C. I would have to like figure that out.
I mean, the Tobias version again helps with the added details. Makes it look a lot nicer. I like the 3 thing. Yeah, it's overall everything is sort of mid-good, right? But it's so specialized that you can ignore, and then you can acknowledge a lot of the reasons why things are the way they are. Yeah, definitely a thing that you could do in you could have done Picard season 3. You know, warping in. We're here to assist you guys with all our automated defense fleet. Like, and then suddenly the Borg say no, they are ours, and they all just launch all their quantum spreads which they have, which is just horrendously powerful.
And yes, classic. We won't forget the PayPals. Don't worry. When I finish up with super chats, we'll get there. Unfortunately, they keep coming in. So
fortunately, they keep coming. That's what I meant to say.
Oh, fortunately, sure. Yeah, you know what I mean. I don't like switching back and forth because then I miss stuff and people bitch at me that I miss stuff. So I'm trying to like.
Doing great, Stuart. Doing great.
Awesome. With this one, 30 votes. B wins with 33%. Right up there with the Ross class. Interesting ones in B. Kind of like odd choices.
Very interesting.
All right. Next up. Tigorum Naminem? I don't know. €5. Here's a wrench in the intermix chamber. La Serena.
That is indeed a wrench. I have no predictions where this is going to be. I'll be honest.
La Serena.
Not a damn one. I'm going to set the poll and get a quick glass of water because I realised I didn't get any for this live and it's been 2 hours and I haven't drank any water. So, start this poll and I'll do that.
Yes.
I think it's fair to say not to give it an S. That's fair, I think.
Probably, sure. Yeah. So a civilian ship in Picard, and honestly, quite an interesting design. Not very Star Trek, in my opinion, but I mean, it doesn't even have the typical quote unquote like nacelles with nacelle glow and things like that. It's missing some. It's missing some Star Trekkiness to it. The interior is not awesome. I do like the holographic displays, but it's just a cargo ship with like a secondary hull with, or it's not a secondary hull, a second level with your mess hull and things like that. Kind of like a Van Halen guitar, and it's definitely a unique kind of civilian type vessel. Yeah.
It's just more an insult to you know, some things. It's not bad, it's just should have been better. And why the hell not give it Bassards and just...
Yeah.
It's a symbol of all the problems that season, which is, let's not make a Star Trek show. It's like...
Who would want to watch a Star Trek show?
It's like, well... we waited decades for this. It's like it'd be kind of nice to get one. I'll be honest. No, okay. Yes, boss. We'll have a generic Mass Effect freighter. All I do is put some actual nacelles on it. Pick a design, kit bash them like Jack Crusher would have done. That's all you really had to do to make it passable. Not good, but passable.
With 45 votes, F wins with 60%.
Yeah.
A three-way tie for second place. So,
God.
BJ throws in $2 USS Shenzhou, and then he tops it up. So thank you.
Again, interesting where this is going to go. Boy, when we saw this, man, we had so much to discuss on that.
We got a new ship. We got a new ship. Yay.
Oh, it's a good name, Shenzhou. Cool name, you know?
Yeah. All right. Yeah, so piss poor placement of the registry. Bridge on the lower part was interesting looking down at the planet, but just seemed like an odd choice. Liked the two-pronged deflector. I thought that was cool.
Have an XO2 of you.
Yeah.
As you good.
Yeah. The nacelle design was quite interesting. It wasn't just a rectangle. It could have been worse. Could have been a cylinder. Would have been much better, but that's fine. Yeah, color scheme again interesting, but yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of this. Let's put it that way.
It sort of speaks to this modern legacy of Star Trek in that this was literally the ship that brought back Star Trek, right?
Yeah.
How often is it talked about? How often is it brought into the world of animations, of magazines? The ship that brought it back. I have not thought about the ship in like 4 years. Right? Miniatures aren't sold. It's all in games. It is just forgotten. That shows how not light Discovery Season 1 was. This ship is basically gone. Right?
Yeah.
It's weird. It's kind of weird. It's not the worst design, but it ain't the best.
Well, with 43 votes, F wins with 33%. Very close second. B at 28%.
That's pretty. That's yeah.
Last week. Excuse me. All right. We'll put it at F. Don't know if it's quite F worthy. I'd probably give this a D personally, but
yeah. But that was actually really close. That was our
yeah. My Arrington, $5. USS Kelvin, the one bright point in the JJ efforts. I shouldn't like it as a fan of the quote-unquote rules, but I can't deny it. Fuck the quote-unquote rules. They never made any sense.
Oh, Andrew just yelled at you from wherever he is.
Yeah, I know. There's 4 rules. We know. But they're so often discarded. Just they're stupid. Anyway. So yes, the Kelvin. Yeah, interesting configuration, having the lower part be the nacelle and the upper part be the secondary hull. Not unheard of. I mean, it's shit like that's been seen over the years in Starfleet battles and stuff like that. But definitely a unique look though, which felt very pre-TOS to me. Just the stockiness of it, the font they chose for the registry number as well. The inside being like concrete walls with water dripping down them, and plastic sheets that you'd see in a butcher's shop.
That doesn't sound like Star Trek,
right?
Lens flares galore. They wouldn't do that, would they? Surely they'd have more common sense and do that.
Yeah.
Surely.
Like 26 shuttles launch out of this fucking thing
with space to spare.
Yeah, of course.
They were not crammed in. This shows, Stuart, the inside is an FFFF. The outside is not an FFFF.
No, the outside's pretty good.
They're radically different, which is weird. So do keep that in consideration, because the outside's actually reasonably nice. It's just a more detailed, but also rusticer looking TOS era.
Yeah.
It actually kind of works.
Yep.
The inside is what punches you in the face and asks for your lunch money.
Yes.
As insult to injury.
Cool.
I don't know if I'm gonna play this because this should be. Am I right?
Yeah, and literally the beginning of NuTrek. Yeah, it's the first ship we see in that movie. So yeah, the sound effects are cool. That opening was like, yeah, this is gonna be awesome.
This is gonna be awesome. Fire everything!
It'd be awesome if it's part of a franchise. Let's adhere to canon. No, because that's no fun.
And then, 5 shots into the film, his comm badge swaps. His comm badge goes from being on to off. Like, who the heck? Are you gonna fix that in post? Who didn't notice that? You literally. How did you take without the comm badge on the captain and then not notice until after the film was out? What?
Yeah.
Why would you? What?
Anyway, with 57 votes, B wins with 39%. Second place was D with 34%.
Okay, you guys aren't fully. You guys aren't fully whatever. Aren't fully negative.
All right. Last super chat, and then we'll switch over to PayPal again. Classic for real, $2. Since Shenzhou doesn't need it, 2 + 3 for a freebie. Okay, so I'll pull in a freebie. Okay, here it is.
Yes, but I'm doing that for a second. To about the Voyager A. Not Voyager A. Discovery A.
That's what I'm doing.
I know.
What?
I put in a bonus one to see if people would agree with us for a second.
Oh, okay. So yeah, Discovery A, the refit, much better in my opinion. I love the shape of the nacelles. The Tron-like glow aesthetic is nice. The deflector's good. It's just a much better ship. Like I said, if this had been from the future to begin with, design-wise, I think it would have worked better. People are going to bitch about the detached nacelles. Don't give a shit. Makes perfect sense, honestly.
Yeah. Makes perfect sense for when it is.
Yes, the cutout portions on the struts, I think, looks better. Yeah, there's just it's a sleeker looking version of the ship, which we didn't really get enough of, honestly. Like we saw a little bit of it, and we just didn't get as much as we could have. So I hate that the interior didn't change, though. Yeah, we got programmable lander consoles now. It's like they look exactly the same. No interior detail changes, which pissed me off because the corridors could have been improved, the bridge could have been more modernized. Nothing was done. So there you go.
So I'm refusing to put an F for this. It's not an F ship.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's not an F ship. Yeah, vote quickly, guys, to get your vote in. There's 73 of you here. So do join for other lives. We do lots of fun stuff. Be here all the time. It's great. It's a fun community. You guys are lovely active in the chat. We love it.
So make sure you're subscribed, notified, and click like, please. Let's get to 75 likes.
Yes. No, Discovery 8. Really nice Eagle Moss model. Actually. Really weighty. A really fancy box. It was one of those last generation ones I did. I've done a fan film with this, and it's actually rather nice. It looks sleeker, crisper, cleaner. The angles are more interesting. They're not too curved. It's everything about it is better because it's future-y while still being retro-y. Like, and it's basically the same design, but everything about it's different.
Yeah.
And so it's the same, but entirely different. No, not a single
Except
thing
for
is
the interior.
Yeah. And how long did replicable matter last in terms of set design, art design, and design choices?
30 seconds?
About the same century.
While they were talking about it, yeah.
Yep.
Look, I can make control do anything I want in any shape. Never used
it. Like, don't invent bullshit if you think it's too expensive. You just let yourself down every day. You don't use it afterwards. And at least could have repainted it. You know? Like, they know the sets were white for the new version. Just give it, like, various white streaks and change the LCARs and change the consoles. Aren't that expensive. Right?
Yeah.
It could have been nice. Add some TOS style lights to the ceilings, different colors. Can add some variation.
Arthur McGuire, did we ever see the warp core on that? Nope, never saw the engine room either.
No.
All right. 51 votes. D wins with 45%.
I'm not even gonna let you reroll. I do not think it's F worthy.
I don't either. All right. We did get another super chat, but we're gonna switch over to PayPal for a second.
Yes.
Classic Frio wants the NX-01 refit, which
Yes.
made its canon debut in Picard,
Yes.
so it counts.
Yes. But we're only including it as seen in this picture. So, how do you think it is in this picture?
I'm going to zoom in on it because... Dun, dun, dun. There it is. Yep. So go vote, guys.
Yep, it's a ship in a ring.
It's great to finally see it realized, but... And you do see another view of it from like the bottom in one angle, but, you know, nothing really... They didn't focus on it like they did the refit and the Voyager, which I wish they wouldn't have focused on that Voyager. Yeah, no, this would have been a good one for them to say, "Hey, you know, the SS Enterprise." But
Yep,
yeah,
the first ship to bear the name. And then Seven says, "I always liked the refit." Me too, Seven. Excellent, yes. Yeah, I mean, people are going to obviously vote high for the idea of the next refit, but you know,
that's fine.
But it was designed. No, I guess after 2009, probably. Because Doug did it a long time later. I don't know. I've never thought about that. It just was always a thing when we did Trekyards, and that was obviously well after 2009. So
time feels weird to me, especially now. I can't believe it's January 20th already, because it feels like Christmas was just yesterday, and we're just getting back into our routine. But at the same time, Christmas feels like forever ago. Like we're in some weird kind of temporal vortex right now. That is January. January has 121 days, don't you know?
And yet 6.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it doesn't help I did a 3-day shoot and a 5-day workathon, 2 of which were with you. But it was nice watching Academy, so at least that wasn't garbage.
Yeah, that would have been worse.
That would have been worse.
All right. 41 votes. A wins with 70%. Second place is C with 15%. Pretty big division there, but
I would. Anyone gonna put a Klingon Bird of Prey?
Well, his other one in that PayPal was the Disco Strange New Worlds Connie.
Yes, which is a specific version. Not the new one. That's the first iteration with all the problems that has.
Well, he did Disco / Strange New Worlds. So
he doesn't understand they're different though.
He does not.
So
this is the Discovery one.
This is the one that was seen in seasons 1 and 2, which was then changed for Stranger Worlds. There was enough differences to if you care, but also very similar if you don't care. So
yeah. So vote on this particular one. This is the first time seeing the Enterprise in Discovery, and it was kind of like, ooh, interesting, exciting. And then we found out all the problems that involved size-wise, and even though their readouts, their descriptor of it on the console was correct, it had the correct dimensions from the Franz Joseph technical manual. It is in fact much larger, which pissed me off.
I also refused to put an S because the paint scheme, the slit in the nacelles, the stubby neck, the bad shuttle bay,
the angled nacelles,
well, and the registry light dots and the bridge window as a long list of to certainly not be S.
Fuck ups, yeah.
Yeah, but definitely not an F.
No, it's a pretty good reimagining of the TOS Connie, and like I had said, I've said many times, this would have been great as the 2009 Enterprise. I would have been so much happier with that movie had this been just the reimagined Enterprise from JJ. But
can you imagine if the sets were also the same? If it just was 1 for 1, it just moved that back to 2009.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
It'd be awesome.
They would have got a lot of kudo points from me for that, but no, they had to fuck everything up. So
you probably said, "Oh, they didn't have to go that close," but I'm glad they did.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Which is ridiculous, but yeah.
So yeah, go vote, guys. What do you think of this one?
I do want to put the Discovery Bird of Prey in at the end to close out on. Just got loads of people here. I want to see what the voters on that.
Yeah, we are wrapping it up here, guys. So
yes. Thank you for the support. We'll not be live tomorrow, but join us for Stuart's Thursday and our Friday.
My Thursday first review at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
And then Friday's review of episode 3, which I've seen a trailer. I'm not thinking it's going to be as good as the last 2, which is disappointing.
Yes, Jim is not exciting. or what? I've only seen.
Well,
Still, I don't know what it's about. But
pranks. They're pulling pranks on each other, and there's laser tag.
and pranks could be fun if they're in canon. Like if they're using canon references to kind of use the universe.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm not excited about the third episode. Let's put it that way. So, anyway,
Excellent.
49 votes, 50 votes now. 36% say A.
Ooh, spread.
Second place is D with 28%. B.
Okay. Okay, so that's actually pretty spread, yeah. I wonder if that's per age range, as in what age you are might determine your appreciation. Like the younger you are, the more you like it.
Maybe.
That's interesting. I'm glad it wasn't a make me reroll fresh, because it's definitely not an S.
Yeah. All right, and then
yeah, one more super chat, and then the Klingon to end out.
Yep, my Arrington, $5. The Echelon class, like the late 24th century NX class, so cute.
Which, of course, is just the Stargazer, where they removed one set of cells. Done! So funny, no one put the Stargazer, but someone put the Echelon, which was in one set of sequences around Daystrom, which was one of the Sternback class, or the Sternback. Yeah.
This is our last sponsored one. How can I have one more after this, and then we're going to be closing out. So please don't submit anymore, much as we appreciate it.
It's good. It kind of works. It's a bit top heavy.
Yes.
But space. Am I right?
Final frontier.
Well, you could say that.
I did actually say that. You can go back and rewatch the live.
Are you the first one to say that? Is that a you thing? Do you think, or is that someone else?
Yeah. I invented that shit. Yeah.
You should like patent that. I think that would go well. That should be. We should do shirts. Trekyards. Whatever you just said. Sorry, I already forgot it because my brain's so.
Space the final.
Thank you.
Yeah.
These are the voyages of Captain Stuart Foley on the USS Foley, a Foley class.
Don't ask. It's a long story.
That should be the subtitle. Don't ask.
Yes.
I thought it would be a good shirt.
On the registry.
The bumper sticker.
Put it on the ship's registry. Have the number and USS Foley. It's a long story. Don't ask. All in fine print underneath.
That's the Eagle One bumper sticker. Don't ask.
Yeah.
That'd be a good shirt though. Captain Foley, the Foley class. Don't ask. I like that. That's a good shirt. Someone make that shirt.
Well, we should do that. We should make some new shirts.
We should make shirts. Yeah.
All right.
Wow. That's surprising.
Yeah, with 48 votes, D wins with 38%. B second place at 33%.
Wow, that's genuinely shocking. Maybe put it on the Stargazer either. All right, and then to close out this tremendously successful live, you've been absolutely incredible. But remember, next time, guys, if you have a super chat, think about the PayPal because we get over 30% more of that support. It doesn't go to YouTube. Over 30%. So if you put in a 10, that's substantially more to us. So consider that for next time. Although everything is obviously wonderful. So put it in, Stuart, and I will do a funny poll.
Right. This fucking thing. The Discovery Bird of Prey. I've given this a lot of praise over the years. I like its gothic cathedralness. It's kind of like a gargoyle in a way. Would have made an excellent alien ship of another species. Not a goddamn bird of prey. This is nothing Klingon about this. But like I said, it's an interesting ship design. It's very intricate. A lot of their ships are very intricate in Discovery, the Klingon ships. They just don't suit the Klingon culture in any way, shape, or form. If it had been the Herc, fuck yeah. You know, the ones that came in and messed up the Klingons. Yes, that's great. But as a Klingon ship, no. I do kind of like the model though, because it is very nice, but I just don't think it's a Klingon ship.
Oh, the Eagle Morse model was intricately detailed of garbage, but it was intricately detailed. That's the irony. First, read out the poll if you would, because I did a thing here, just to give you the true choice.
How would you rank the Discovery Klingon Bop? Bird of Prey. D, F, lower than F. You should have put Z, but C.
So I gave you up to a C for those that love it, but I also wanted to give a lower than F because this is a unique piece of Trek history, and I'm gonna be honest. If you put this next to the Vengeance and you say they're on the same tier, you are having a laugh. right? Like, this makes the Vengeance look good. This makes Latarian look good. This makes the Shenzhou look fantastic. Right?
Yeah.
So vote no.
Looks like an alien moth ship, yeah. Looks Stargate-ish to me, says BC Cluet. Yeah, I can see that, honestly. Like a revamped Stargate alien.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a Gould ship, but it'd be some other alien. Like, less detailed and a bit more logical where the engines are.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
yeah, it's not good.
with 38 votes, lower than an F wins with 72%. You guys are speaking to our hearts here.
I think you got a good spectrum of choices there. You could have stuck with F. You could have stuck with it's as bad as everything else.
And Dan Ben says looks Romulan. You know what? So does every other Klingon bird of prey.
Especially
But
the
we won't get
Enterprise
into
era
that
one.
discussion right now. That doesn't. We're not going to get into the discussion. It's clearly a fucking Romulan ship, but anyway. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. This has been awesome. Like you said, there will be no live tomorrow, but tune in on Thursday for my first reaction to the next episode of Starfleet Academy, and of course Friday for our complete review and breakdown.
Yes.
So
next week, probably many lives during the week, which is exciting. And the month out with a bang. Do support what we do, of course. Super thanks, super chat, PayPal, etc. And we will be doing Drunk Yards very soon, guys. Not sure exactly when. It's a weekend kind of thing, but do look for that, where those super chats, or in fact PayPals, as you know from previous recent Drunk Yards, the PayPal donation for Drunk Yards, you get a lot more liver damage for the buck. It's exciting.
What he said, because I didn't hear half of it.
PayPal and Drunk Yards get more liver damage to the buck.
Yeah, when are we doing Drunk Yards though?
That's what I'm saying. Soon, very soon. Be warned. Beware.
Yes, at some point. Yes. Be there or be squared.
Yes. Well, you won't be square. You'll be there.
Of course.
Yes.
Until then, or next time.
Yes.
He's Commander Cock.
He's got a Foley.
Bye, everybody.